You are about to do something so great for your voice today. We'll first begin with spoken Bwee slides going up and down. Here's what that'll sound like. Bwee. Feel free to start these lower and take them higher if you would like. We'll do 3 rounds of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bwee. Let's do that again and make sure your tongue is relaxed at the back of your bottom teeth and you feel that buzz in your mouth and you may even feel it on your lips or even in your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bwee. Good job. One more round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bwee. Where you begin mixing your voice can be determined by where your voice begins transitioning from chest voice to head voice. Before we get into singing exercises, I want you to keep a few things in mind. If your volume is too loud or your voice feels very heavy before transitioning, it will be difficult to get that uniform sound in your voice as you move through your vocal break. If you are experiencing cracking or it just feels really hard to begin mixing, think about reducing your volume and instead of a heavy, thick sound to your voice, as you near your passaggio, try lifting some of the weight off of your voice and give it a lighter sound quality. Here's an example of what it sounds like when I start with too much volume and weight as I try to mix and move into my head voice. You could hear that flip, and we want to minimize that sound for this exercise. Whereas when I keep the same volume level the whole time, it sounds blended like this. This can apply to all the exercises you are about to work through. The next thing I want you to keep in mind is this. If you feel like your volume level is good and the tonal quality is right, but you're still struggling to blend your voice, consider transitioning into that head voice muscular coordination a little sooner. So instead of this, where there's this wobbly, shaky sound as I'm trying to transition, or it could be a flip, or it could be a crack, you want to try to transition sooner, like this. Again, this can apply to all of the exercises. The last thing I want you to keep in mind is that we will be covering a broad range of notes to accommodate all singers. Do not try to pull up your chest voice when it feels like you need to transition. That's when you need to start mixing, and if we continue going higher and it feels within your range to continue singing, then please keep singing and move into a full-on head voice sound quality. If it gets too high for you at any point, feel free to drop out and come back in as we move back down. The resonance in these exercises is going to be a big key for getting more familiar with your mixed voice. So try to match the sound that I am creating. We'll first move into a sung Bwee slide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, you're going to be doing nay holds. You're going to be pulling on some vocal twang here, which is like that witch's cackle sound. Try that with me. That sensation, that feeling, that's what you want to go for here as you sing these nays. Nay, nay. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this final exercise, we'll be doing a wah arpeggio. I encourage you to explore a bit with the shaping of the vowel here and the placement and sensations that you experience. Utilizing vocal twang like you did in the last exercise will be very helpful, but you can play around with how much of it that you want. Maybe try darkening the sound a bit more by singing more of a wah, or brighten it by singing more of a wah, and you can try out anything in between those as well. This is a great exercise for getting you to experiment with your mixed voice and trying out different kinds of resonance, compression, and seeing what feels best for you and what helps you get that unified and blended sound in your voice as you transition into different registers. Wah, 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 wah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job today. You've just done something awesome for your voice.